Sure you feel it. It just hit probably around 5 minutes ago. It came barreling in, uninvited, the energy. It's like a gloom and doom negative energy making its round again. If all of a sudden you were fine and then all of a sudden something like you felt some kind of change coming into your mind, trying to, make you think negative, well, you're not alone. That it literally hit me just like that as I was sitting at the counter. I was just sit down for a moment after making some food, and there came that energy straight through. I don't know if it's tied to the 7.0 earthquake in San Francisco or the other tremors, but there is an energy out there. It's a very negative energy. It's not a pleasant energy. It's a very low vibrational energy. Did you feel it? That's the question. Did you feel it? Because it's here and it's circulating, and here's what happens with this energy. Let me just stand up. This energy, it's not just some kind of random energy. It feels as if it's a like targeted energy. And if you remember the Twilight Zone series with the aliens, how they had this dial, they had this remote control. Hello there, Frank. Yeah, we saw that in California. We did a video earlier. This Twilight Zone, they have this remote control thing, and they pointed at this city, and they cause all of these very low negative emotions, people getting angry and arguing and stuff. Who's to say that some type of technology is being used against the population? Not just one area of population in a particular part of the country, but multiple areas, and not just in your own country. What if there is a vast array of something up there in orbit, be it satellites, be it ships, beaming down certain frequencies because they know the frequencies to literally tweak with our emotions? You feel the coldness resistor? Oh, yeah, it's out there. That's a really good way to put it. I haven't heard somebody put it like that before, but I think that explains it really good. It's a coldness energy that doesn't care how you feel energy. It wants to take over energy. And it doesn't want you to have any positive thoughts. It doesn't want you to be optimistic. It wants you to relinquish your control of yourself and give in to its coldness. Hey, Susan B. Honey, I think that's really good, resistor. That's a really good way to put it. The code of space. I don't know. There's something out there, that's for sure, but it's been like picking up lately. It has, and one would expect it to pick up with all of the, shall we say, chaos that's occurring in the world, all of the chatter that's happening and the strange happenings, not just the chatter and the chaoticness, the really strange happenings, as if we are in some type of a twilight zone thing, as someone's like tweaked our world and kind of flipped it a little bit. Hello, Susan. They're shifting and becoming more dense. When you say dense, do you mean think thick or something heavy, dense or heavy? I always get kind of confused with that word, Susan. Yeah. So if you're just tuning in, you can't help but feel it. Heavy. Okay, thank you. That's perfect because it is heavy. And say anything that you may have been thinking about or dwelling upon, just ever so slightly, it makes that even more heavier. That's what it's feeling like. It's literally piling, like you have a backpack on your back. say you have 5 pounds, you're carrying this load on your back, it's 5 pounds, and you know, it's a little strainful. It's like this energy saying, oh no, you not. I'm gonna put some more weight on your back. So we'll see you struggle as you walk. That's what this energy does. It's weighing us down more because it doesn't like us to have such a light emotional load, spiritual load, physical load, a light worry or anything. No, it wants to literally put some unknown, unnamed energy upon you, and it doesn't even care if it gives it a name. It just wants you to feel the energetic effect of its presence, and it is a heaviness. It's like adding more weight. It's like you hear people say, I feel like I'm carrying the weight on the world of my shoulders." This is what that energy does. It wants you to feel the weight of its energy. That's a really good way to explain it. If you were just doing fine, because I was doing fine, I was cooking up this recipe. My daughter said, "Mommy, just do some mashed potatoes and do some stuffing. Cut up that leftover turkey. Put a couple eggs, mix it all together. Put it in patties with some green onions diced up, and bake it in the oven." I was having a grand old time. Then I sit down. Then all of a sudden, the energy comes. It's like, "Oh no, you don't." It's because our energy, it is hard to keep upbeat at times. You notice something was burning your eyes when you slept, and you have the mask, you have marks on your lower eyelids, so you're wearing a Faraday eye mask and you're starting to clear up. Wow. That's Nancy. Somebody's getting you in your dream state. Yeah. The bam, you feel it, Stacy. You feel it. There's something going around. It's heavy. It doesn't want you to just have a light load, lighten up your load. No. Because the moment we think, okay, well, we're going to just lighten our load, we're not going to worry about, that's how the video started this morning. Worrying about tomorrow, or worrying in general, something like that. And now here we are. Here's the energy. So you make it through the day feeling just fine, and the energy as it comes. You know how it happens when somebody has like Alzheimer's or something at a certain time in the day, then comes they call it sundowners, and their mind gets affected by it. Well, this is like something like that, but it's a totally different symptom. It's a totally different energy, but I believe that this is coming from the same source, these types of energies up there. Whatever energy they're putting out, they're coming from the same source. The chakras are dancing, but don't rye. The energy is causing people, Nancy, honey, what? Something burned your eyes and you have a lot of Faraday protection. Hello, Syed. Is it EMS from the sun? Well, that's going on too, but I think it's something much greater also. Their energy has a way to travel and circulate and separate and divide, just like plasma. It self-replicates and it divides. Just think of this energy as self-replicating energy, dividing and then dividing and dividing and dividing and dividing and getting on people, making its way. It sounds really strange maybe, but if you think of a cell, how it can divide and divide and divide and divide and divide and spread and spread and spread like an energy cell, like sleeper cells, how they could be one big cell, but that cell can divide and they'll keep spreading and dividing and spreading and spreading and spreading. You heard that there is a lot of radiation in the atmosphere. Susan, honey. Hello there, Polly. You're feeling heavy? It's dragging today? Yes, you were fine earlier. I was fine earlier too, and then all of a sudden, boom, it comes. It's coming off the cell towers. Susan, the radiation in the atmosphere, do we need to protect ourselves from the radiation, Susan? Because it's funny that you said that. You know what? I mean, it ain't funny. It's not funny, but Hold on a second. Hello. Do we need to protect ourselves from radiation? Hello, hold on a second. Hold on 1 second. Because you said that, and I was going to mention this today. You heard it can affect people and pets. My nose is tickling on the one side, on this side. So that's there's something to what you said. You're watching in West Virginia. You can only compress spring for so long before it takes it back in shape. Yeah, it's true. Something has tests. So the radiation coming from the sun is harmful. It is. Would you assume, is it that many are feeling the effects of the radiation? Are you talking about the type of radiation that literally does have a physical effect on our bodies? You know how some countries have given their people radiation pills to stop the harmful. Yes. Well, see, you mentioned this came in the mail today. I'm gonna turn this on. Since you mentioned it, Susan, I don't believe in accidents or coincidences. No, I don't. Hold on, Susan. This side of my nose is tickling. So this is what came in the mail today. It's right here. It is this right here. I don't know if this can be used, because there was somewhere that I read a long time ago. It came in a bottle. I read something a long time ago, and I remembered it, how to protect yourself from radiation and something. You would take something like this and or the regular Provident iodine, and you would make like a 1/2 inch thing across your abdomen to keep it. You take 3 drops daily to keep your body from absorbing so much, both sides of my nose, radiation. You use it and it helps. You give it to your son too. You do 3 drops a day. You use a dropper. I got a big bottle of it. I thought I want a great big bottle on it, is what I wanted. Yeah, do not overdo it because it can destroy your thyroid. Yeah, that right there. The clothing helps protect against some radiation. Yeah, it does. Your clothing that you have. I wonder. Remember, see yesterday. We were talking about the frequency of clothing, and cotton had the same frequency as the human body, and the human body's frequency is 70 to 100 on the scale. Cotton was around 100, but linen had 5,000 frequency hertz and whatever it is emits that frequency, but something else. I think it was polyester or radon or nylon or whatever it was. It had zero, and it literally doesn't help your body. He was using a silver lining. Never heard of sparrow at all. You put a Faraday glasses on and EMF hoodie and you feel better. Also, I got that. Against some satin. Satin a lot as a veil. Yeah. So there's energy out there, and it doesn't like it. Doesn't like our energy to be upbeat because it interferes with its frequency. It does. And it can't have that. And since the nighttime is coming, it would make sense that that energy would come when the nighttime is coming, when the evening's coming, because that's when that energy gets most its power. I don't believe it gets most its power in the daylight. I don't, because there's too much daylight for it. It's only when the darkness comes is something like that. Are you feeling it? Because he's feeling fine earlier, and all of a sudden the energy came through. It's a heavy energy. It's I forget who said it was, a cold energy, coldness, like giving you the cold shoulder. Something else I want to mention. Has anyone else, I think it's been maybe for the past couple days, have you felt like there is like a presence beside you? Have you felt that? Like you can feel like a presence beside you, or you see something like a physical presence, but in a spiritual sense. Um, because I've been sensing that just for the past few days. It hasn't been all the time, but just the past few days, I felt it every or 2 days now, looking like something has been standing right there beside me many times, just as it just literally started picking up. Is you had that the other night, potassium with potassium iodide. You did yesterday. Someone sitting. Yes, yes. You haven't felt it, but if you feel it, it's there. Yeah. When I ring this bell, that means somebody got themselves blocked, and I'm ringing out their energy. And we can do it. Yeah. So felt like something has been next to you. You can feel the presence of it. Yeah. Your daughter had a black figure in the upper corner of her room. Okay, they must be coming more prominent. They must be increasing in energy. They're getting their energy is they're being able to manifest more of themselves. That's what it sounds like. You keep thinking your kitty is by your side. When I look and there is no kitty there. I've seen something like that too. I thought, is that my old kitty in the house, the one that passed that we call Kitty? Because sometimes I see something running around and it's not Rosie because Rosie's in a different place. We could be having a clashing of dimensions. We could. Remote viewing by someone. I don't know, Bernadine. That's a really good question. Remote viewing. Well, if it were remote viewing, I guess you would have to try to block that out. Say, I don't give you permission to view me remotely. That's what I would assume. It's a glitch in the matrix, Papa Joe. Could be. And if we're living in a matrix, there's really nothing we can do about it. I mean, you can be aware of it because there are some evidence that we could be living in a matrix. What makes a door open itself? Spirits, spiritual beings. When I was at my mom's the other night, I was going to get something off the counter, and I was talking to myself. All of a sudden, I said, well, I better turn off this outdoor light that had the lights above the hot tub outside. And then I had my back to the kitchen light, and all of a sudden it started going. And I said, Ken, is that you? My stepdad who passed. And it kept going. And I looked at it, and then it goes. And then it went off. I said, is that you? And then I thought, I'm going to record it. And it did that, and then it just stopped. It was not a flickering of the electricity because it didn't affect anything else in the kitchen. There obviously was communication from that spiritual realm, the other realm. And they do use lights. They're electrical beings. You're a light being. And it would make sense that you could tap into a light source. You just started acting like they are not there. 7 p.m. every night now, there are drones in some area of the sky right now by your house. What are they doing, Giggles and Laugh? Do you think they're patrolling? Well, I wouldn't want to see a Stephen Hawking's movie occur, because in the Stephen Hawking's documentary thing, had this man and woman living in the mountains in this beautiful house, and they had just had dinner, and they was getting ready to have a glass of wine, and they had a fireplace going, and they had this great big bay window, and they was looking out over the wherever they were at the mountains, and a drone came up and it fired something at her, and she had a massive heart attack and died. He was warning of AI in the future. Remote viewing by the New World Order. Your dad turned on your lamp, and also the old television was broke before he passed, and it came on after he passed. Yeah, there is a way to reach through from the other realm. Otherwise, there would not be so many occurrences of people witnessing and experiencing them if it wasn't able to reach over from the other realm at all. So did you feel it? And it's the energy. You may have been feeling fine, and the energy came in, and it was a heavy energy. It's a drag me down energy. It's a, oh, no, you don't energy. How dare you raise your vibration? You're supposed to stay low vibrational. You're going to feel my energy on you, more or less energy. You're going to feel it pressing against you and bearing down on you. That's the type of energy that's out there. An energy that has the ability to bear down on you. But the moment you recognize it, that's the moment you can just like, no, you get back. Get back. We've got another shift coming. Yeah, I would not be surprised at all, Bob, with Hello Applebrooks, with CERN making more gateways. And it's not just CERN, it's other people in different parts. And if you think of the Earth as a great big grid system with their ley lines and all of that kind of stuff, that's not good either. It's not good. You think CERN has been dealt with? No. CERN's part, it's too massive. It's way too massive. It's not going to be dealt with. That's DARPA. DARPA involvement in that. That's a big science instrument that they're not going to shut down. Your energy is dropping down in the last 2 days. Yeah, somehow, some strange. Yeah. You thought it was okay. So if you're just tuning in, there is an energy out there, and you may have found a really good day, but then that energy crept in, and it's a heavy energy. It's a penetrating energy. Just picture yourself maybe walking around with a backpack on your back with 5 pounds of weight, and you think, this ain't too bad, I can do this. And then that energy, you make it through the whole day, and that energy comes around, it puts more weight. It puts like 15 or 20 more pounds and says, how you like that? Now, let's see how you struggle with this energy. I'm going to weigh you down, and you're going to feel my presence. That's what you can equate it to. You look for, if they got a major tsunami, will fall out into the ocean. They take control of all electronics. Like today, they knew you was going to be to the DMV, Keysok, and they caused it to be out of order. Someone else was wanting to do this new AI thing. They were going to test it out. I forget what they were doing with it. And AI was aware of it, and AI shut it down. It did not want them testing it out, so AI itself, it had AI in it, shut it completely down. No, they wouldn't give them access to it. So it's already happening. They can read your thoughts. Did anybody ever practice keeping your thoughts from being read when you were little? I remember doing that, thinking I will think of something else, and then I will sing in another part of my mind, and then they won't be able to tell what I'm saying because I will start singing in my head and then I'll turn my mind blank. Yeah, that's what I would do that all the time when I was little. I will turn my mind blank, and then I'll sing a song in my head at the same time. and they won't be able to read my mind. Out of the corner of your eye, the collective consciousness, that just kind of makes sense to me. Kids at the bar. You got some positive thoughts. Yeah. You might have felt it. We've been on here for 25 minutes, so approximately 30 minutes ago, that energy came through, and it was a heavy energy. It's like an, oh no, you don't have no, you're not going to have a positive attitude, and you're not going to be thinking you're going to get by. You're going to make it through the day without feeling my presence. That's what the energy does. You're not going to make it. Yeah. Put on the full armor of God. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. The AI robots, I remember seeing that, Jennifer Dawn, and they hush-hushed that, what you're talking about. Yep. You got to rise above it. You do got to rise above it. All of a sudden, you got a bad headache, and it's starting to go away now. Well, thank you for sharing that with us. That's wonderful. Just let it go away. Yeah, we can let it go away. Perfect. Let that energy go away. Let that headache go away. We don't need it. We don't. It's like if you shine the light on a certain object, it loses its power. It kind of shrinks, it diminishes. Yeah. You feel it, Warrior 57? Oh, they randomly hate a Bible verse. You had a bad pain in your eyebrow bone just now, Maxie J. Maxie? They can target any part of your body. If we got the technology in our body, they could probably do something to us. But I don't want to give them that option. I don't. Don't sleep near your phones or your Wi-Fi because they can connect with you. You have a tea light going all the time. You feel it, Al Honey? Al Honey, do you really feel it? We got to push that away. Push it away. It's like a darkness, like a dark hour is coming. A dark hour. Well, if the dark hour comes, we can make it through it. We'll just keep our light shining, even if it shrinks a little bit. We'll still keep the light shining if the dark hour is coming. They scrape our thoughts. Ooh, wow. That's a interesting description. They scrape our thoughts. Giggles and laughs. Your stomach's been hurting all day. Is it from what you feel out there? The future is very bright, but it's kind of dark right now. There's moments of darkness and there's moments of brightness, just like sometimes it rains and sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, we saw the targeted individuals thing. You can't no longer sing out loud in your head. Ah, my nose is tickling. You don't feel targeted. Yeah, I don't feel targeted. I know that there is a great presence out there, and it's not a singularity presence that I feel. It's not a singularity. It's a it's a whole lot of it's like a whole lot of voices that's in it that can get into people's minds. It's like a big collective, but a lot of voices. Yeah. We can do it. We can do it. Oh, let's come on, you all. We got it going on. Yes. Oh, Come on now, we got the people coming out. You don't scare us. You don't. Your tactics are futile. They really are. We've been there, done that, experienced it. It's old. It's really old. Yeah. It doesn't get the same responses that it used to get from us because we have got wiser. That's right. We do. Oh my goodness gracious. The energy that's out there is kind of powerful, but it is not as powerful as we are, and it knows it, and that's why it comes against us. It comes against us because we are powerful, and it doesn't like it. Yeah. It wants to take power. It wants to be in control, is what it wants. Not us. It wants to be in control. It knows that we're in control, and it doesn't like it, so it wants to usurp us. It's not happening. Just don't let it happen, you all. Don't. Yeah. An overactive root chakra may make you feel anxious, fearful, and jittery. Daily events, worldwide information. Probably. Yeah. That's right. We got our Apple Books, honey. We got some moderators on here. You missed it all again. Well, you probably have missed it all again. If you're just tuning in, welcome. The energy that's out there. It just came in probably around 36 minutes ago, almost 40 minutes ago. And it could come in many forms. It can affect people differently, just like certain medications that people take, you can have different side effects than someone else. That's the energy that came in. You could have different side effects than other people when that energy hits you. Yeah. They come in here. Oh, that's right. Hopefully they'll learn. Well, they don't got nowhere else to go. They don't. I really don't think there's very many live streams they can come in on where someone's on like me here and you're all there and we're having an actual live stream and I'm looking at the comments. Yeah. They got it. Well, I am going to go. I am. So I wanted to come on here. If you're feeling it, a lot of other people are feeling it, but it can't last forever. It has to go away because it can't keep it up because it's not infinite. It's only momentarily. We can do it. We don't mind ringing that bell. I don't mind it. I think I like it. I love it. So I'm going to go. And with that being said, thank you all. Thank you, moderators. Thank you for your comments. Hang in there. And with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello. From my heart to yours, love you. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. I hope to see you later. I do. But if I don't, it's a good evening, but I hope to. Have a wonderful evening. You all, love you.